The seated harness is a great option for a climber who is only going to use their upper body to climb. Ask the climber how they prefer to transfer. Some people are able to stand and turn 180 degrees, then sit in the harness. They may need assistance from 1 to 2 people to do this transfer safely. Others will transfer directly from their wheelchair to the harness. Sydney is going to transfer directly from her wheelchair into the seated harness. If someone is transferring directly, it's great to unclip these front straps so that they're out of their way. Don't forget to ask if they can transfer more easily from one side or the other. It can also be helpful to have the climber get a standard climbing harness on before doing this transfer, so a volunteer can hold onto the harness to assist if needed. You can have the climber position themselves directly next to the chair, and you're always going to have a chair under the harness to provide a stable base of support. I'll just spot you while you transfer. Is it okay if I pull your chair back? Thank you. Always remember to reattach the strap after they're securely in the harness. And double check that it's not twisted and that it's locked. Remember that some people may have difficulty with trunk control, so sitting without armrests may be a challenge. If this is the case, make sure to have an extra volunteer on the other side to help provide support while you're getting them fitted in the harness. For fitting the harness itself, there are 7 straps in total that need to be secured. Start at the bottom and work your way up so that you always have a system in place. You're going to start with the 2 leg straps at the bottom. And they're going to come up on either side of the climber. Make sure you attach the leg strap to the lowest buckle and secure it snugly. Does that feel okay? Mm-hmm. All right. Now we'll secure the other leg strap in the same exact way. Third, you're going to secure the waist belt. This is the wide strap that's going to come right across like a seat belt all the way to the other side, and then we'll secure it on the second wide buckle. Okay, 3 straps down. Now we're going to secure the chest harness. This is going to come over the participant's head, so make sure you warn them. I'm going to bring this over your head, Sydney. First, we'll adjust the green straps so that this is sitting right around the rib cage. Okay. Make sure to double back the buckles by bringing the end of the strap over and back through a 3rd time. So it's gone through once, through twice, and we're doubling it back a final time. The last 2 straps are the sides of the chest straps. So they're these black straps on the side. Can you lift your arm up a little for me? These also have to be manually doubled back, and we want them to be pretty snug. So go through once, twice, and make sure that the center is right in the middle of her body, and back through a 3rd time. And the chest strap on this side is your last strap. Once, twice, and 3 times. Now that all the straps are completed, you're almost ready to climb. You always want to have a backup belay, which is why you're typically going to have a regular harness on the participant. This way you can bring an extra top rope that's completely separate from this system. This is a safety backup in case anything in this mechanical advantage system were to fail, your climber is going to be safe. So you're going to thread the top rope through the PVC frame. You can tie in through their 2 tie-in points on their harness. However, sometimes that's tricky with all the straps involved. So you can tie a figure 8 on a bite with a locking carabiner and clip it to the belay loop. Make sure to lock the carabiner. And then you'll have a volunteer do a regular top rope belay. It's preferred to have the climber wear a standard harness. However, occasionally they may prefer not to if they're at high risk for pressure points or skin breakdown. In this case, tie a figure 8 on a bite on your backup belay rope and clip it to all 4 red straps at the top of the PVC frame with a locking carabiner. Double check to make sure you've captured all 4 straps and that the carabiner is locked. When you've done all your safety checks and you're ready to climb, the static rope is going to go through the PVC frame and down in front. Make sure to attach the tether on the pull-up bar to the side of the harness with a carabiner. This is another safety check to prevent this from falling if it were to come undone. That way it won't hit anybody on the way down. There are different kinds of grips that your climber can use, and they may want to try them all and see what works best for them. They can do a pull-up grip, so hands facing out, or a chin-up grip with hands facing towards them, or they can do a cross grip, which is one of each. They could also use one hand, in which case you'd want to turn the ascender this direction to make the single handle available. Sometimes a climber may be able to pull down on the pull-up bar but not push it back up the rope. In that case, you can assist them with a little piece of paracord. You're going to tie a figure 8 or an overhand knot on a bite, and we want to clip an extra carabiner to this carabiner at the top of the Wellman harness. That way this is not going to be running against the rope or running against any fabric. You're going to take your cord and thread it through this carabiner and down, clipping it to the top of the ascender. This way, you can pull up as the participant needs, and they can pull down on the pull-up bar. You can do this with 1 or 2 people, but it's easier with 2. So John, do you want to come help us out? So you'll have one person hold the static rope taut, just like normal. Now Sydney, I'm going to pull the bar up for you, and then you can pull down. Ready? Ready, John? If a climber has spasticity or high muscle tone, they may involuntarily kick their legs straight when attempting to climb. This is most common in climbers with a neurological disability, like a traumatic brain injury or spinal cord injury. To keep the climber in a safe and comfortable position, shorten the red straps in the front of the seated harness to provide a tilt to the seat. This keeps their knees and hips bent, which helps prevent the involuntary stiffening of their muscles.